My fabrics for my Belle cosplay were kindly sponsored by Heart Tabas, and let's go into some depth about what I actually bought. So, this is the fabric I'm going to use for her underpants, and it's a jersey that has a flower pattern, and I really liked it, and it's actually blue and not black, so it really fits. This is another jersey that will be used as an underskirt, and I chose this because I couldn't find anything with cherry pattern. And this is some lining fabric that is going to be used as an underskirt as well, because Belle has actually two different underskirts, and the wrong sides of these are going to be facing each other in order to make, one whole look. This is some kind of cotton fabric with flowers. The orange flowers are going to be painted blue in order to match the actual bow look, and it's going to be on the corset. This is linen fabric. It's white and it's going to be her shirt. These are capertine. Not capertine, I guess trench coat fabric. It's supposed to be, really thick, but I got some really light fabric, and it's going to be used for the apron and for the corset, and the part of the corset that has details going to be painted, because also the apron is going to be painted with white stripes, because I don't have what to do with my time, so I'm making my life more difficult. And this is also the same kind of fabric, just darker blue for the shirt. So that's pretty much everything. I know that there are supposed to be more fabrics. For example, this skirt waistband is different fabric from the actual skirt, and I also have two kind of cotton fabrics for her pouch, the outer pouch that women had in the 18th century, because they didn't have pouches on their dresses, and some also cotton fabric for her towel, but I don't have them right here right now, and I'm too bored to fetch them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I know I should probably have chosen different fabrics, but we don't have that much quantity to choose from because it's summer season, but I'm pretty pleased, and I think that the outcome will be great. And I really want to thank the fabric store for their help, because thanks to them I got to find some really nice pieces. For example, the underpants fabric is just amazing. So I'll get started by sewing the underpants. Woohoo! Pantry shot. I'm lucky enough to have the pants, gym pants that look like Belle's underpants. And what I did is just that I folded the fabric with the correct side, together, and I have the wrong side up, and I'll now cut the front. And I figured out my pattern by folding my own trousers in the middle, and I already added some allowance, and I'll just cut a bit excess as well, because I'm always afraid that I'll make things too small. So basically that's it. And for the back part of the underwears, you do the same. You just fold the trousers you have as I did on their back side in the half again, and trace out with pins your design. I have already allowance, but again I'll cut it a tad bit bigger, because you may never know. And after that is done, you just pin everything together and start sewing. I will use a zigzag stitch to sew them together, and I suggest zigzag stitch when you have elastic fabric. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So basically I stitched everything together with a zigzag stitch, and this helped me, keep the everything elastic. And on the bottom of the trousers I inserted some elastic, and this helped me, make some sort of ruffles. I will probably make it a bit smaller on the edges because it's a bit too big for my fit. But overall, that's what your pants look like, and then you can go poop in style and stuff. One really bad thing is that the fabric got ruined over here by some pins, but it's on the really upward side, which will be covered by the belt of the skirt, so I don't really mind that, but you should be careful and not be stupid like me. So that's it. And as far as the shirt is concerned, I have this shirt of mine. It has a similar feel to Belle's. The neckline obviously is not needed, and I folded it as much in half as possible, with lines and everything, and I will trace the pattern of the back first, and then of the front, and then of the sleeves, which happen to be at the same, the exact same sleeves that Belle has, even this part here, so I'm pretty lucky. And after I trace everything, I will pin everything together and start sewing. And I will probably make a lot of seam allowance, especially in the front, because the front top needs to have some kind of ruffles, and I will also try to keep some fabric for the weird neckline she has. So yeah, we'll see how it goes along the way. For the sleeves, I'm using a really generic sleeve pattern at first. This will go to the armhole, and this is, the rest of the sleeve. The line will be at the back of the sleeve, as it's supposed to be. But I'm not really sure it's going to work out because I don't have a pattern book or anything, so I'm just going with the flow right now. To sew the skirt, I measured my waist where the skirt will be, while having on Belle's blouse, and the result is around 75 centimeters. I added, I think, a couple more, and traced out the skirt. This obviously isn't 76, it goes all the way from there to there, but I just folded it in half for now in order to cut the skirt the same way at both sides. And I have enough fabric up here to fold in both sides in order to have the sample pleats both skirt has. So, but lightning for runs, and so I have my skirt ready. I just need to make the hem of the lower part, and I started sewing the underskirt. I think that I said in the intro that this would go underneath the lighter fabric I bought this, which is lining fabric, and a jersey kind of fabric for the underskirt. But the jersey wasn't good enough as an upper skirt, so this will be, the upper underskirt, if this makes any sense. Anyway, this will be, the light, the small part of the lining fabric we see when Belle walks, and underneath that will be the other lighter fabric which also has flowers. So this is sewed already. It's also hemmed, and now I will pin those inwards and pin the other fabric in a way that both the wrong sides face each other, in order to have a nice effect. So no matter what fabric sews, will sew on the right side. I don't know if I make any sense, so maybe I'll explain it in subtitles or somehow if it doesn't make any sense after I rewatch this. Anyways, let's go pinning, and I'll show what I did in a bit. So as promised, I have everything pinned down. So this is the this will be the under part of the underskirt, and this will be the upwards part. I don't want to unpin it now, but I don't know. Okay, so as you can see here, they both face each other at the wrong side, as I said before. I will sew the bottom together with a zigzag stitch and a dark blue thread and a zigzag stitch, and after this will be done, I will do the upper part where they are supposed so they will be together and nothing will fall off. I don't know if I'm explaining this right. I'm sorry, I'm tired by all these hours of sewing, but I'll try to explain it as best as possible after everything is done. So next thing I'm going to make is Belle's apron, and I couldn't find any fabric that had these blue and white stripes on. Actually stripes, caro-ish stripes, whatever on. So okay. So I'm just going to have to paint it. Yay! So I've got PBO's fabric paint, and I will apply it with a brush, and I just tried to make straight lines of the same width on the fabric by using painter's tape. No, that's not the word. Anyway, so yeah, now all you have to do is paint the straight lines all the way down, and then go back and do the other lines for the car as well. Fabric from my apron was this. It's a lightweight fabric whose name I don't know in English, and I hand painted the caro lines. If you have more time and you go my masochistic way, you have to do thinner lines because Belle's apron has really thin lines. And anyway, I painted these with the PBO set a color back white, and it's a kind of color that after you paint it you have to iron the fabric for 5 minutes without the word, I don't remember the word. Anyway, and some lines became messy, but I hope that no one will notice because I really don't have the time to paint this all over again. and I guess that likely because it's supposed to be plated, it's going to be, like this, so it won't be that visible from afar. And yeah, that's the apron. It will have a waistband here, which would be sewn on here in the top after I do the pleats, and it will tie around my waist. I think that's it about the apron. So yeah, I'll go on sewing. I'll use normal straight stitch on everything. So yeah, I guess that's it. So this is my overall Belle skirt. It has a zipper on the side, which is covered by the fabric of the skirt. It has a double lining on the bottom. You can see where I sewed it, and it's in a lower position on the skirt, so it doesn't exactly go up here because I didn't make correct measurements. I should have bought 1.5 meters apparently, in order for the lining fabric to be on the waistline, but whatever. I also have a waistband, and that's the skirt. You can because it has the double lining fabric, you can do that when you wear the costume. I will add pictures on the video so you can see how it looks like IRL, and I think I did a pretty decent job if we take into consideration that I never done this before. So next I'm going to show you my completed blouse. So as I mentioned before in the video, it's made out of linen. It has sort of normal sleeves. It just has this kind of a small detail where it is folded over in order to make it more roughly as it's in the movie. It also has this small detail where you actually, it's open. It was supposed to have a button and open close here, but I was actually too bored to make the buttonhole, and I was afraid I was going to fail and ruin the blouse because I've never done it before. So I was like, okay, next time maybe. So yeah, I added a neck piece kind of thing. I don't remember the exact word. Right now I will have it in subtitles, but it's the piece here. It's folded linen again. I know it's not supposed to look like that, but it's underneath the corset, so it's okay. Now I'm going to see it. And for a small little nice detail, I added some lace on the blouse, and when I wear it, it's like this, so yeah, it shows a little bit. And after that, I am going to show you my finished apron. So you remember I painted this, so it should have had smaller, thinner lines, but I think that it's the best I could do with the time given. I also used about I don't know, 80 that's 80 centimeters long in order to have a long enough strip to tie around my waist as a normal apron, and it's stitched on top of the apron with a zigzag stitch, and it ties around my waist, and it's holding really nice, so I don't have any problem with that at all. And now we're going to discuss the corset. So I'm sorry for my lack of explaining my corset build, but I had to hurry up because I had like 2 weeks to make the costume. I've never worked on a costume like this all by myself. I usually have my mom help me with measurements, and This time around I was all alone, so I had to measure everything on myself, by myself, thus ending up pinching myself and bleeding and a lot of stuff. So yeah, it was pretty hard for me to film the corset making process because I was sort of making it as I went with it. Anyway, so for my corset, what I use now, it's falling apart because I'm wearing it anyway. It's not falling apart, but it's, you know, flopping around. So my corset. For my pattern, I used a blouse I already own. You know, a small top fitting one that I chose. You know, the measurement that it should be around here because it's like a crop top. And it's not exactly a corset, it's not that fitting, it's not, you know, suffocating you. So I went a bit with a more comfy design. It has the same kind of fabric that the apron does, and it's consisted of a lot of parts. This part here is painted in hand. It was originally light blue as well, and that's part A. Let's call it part A. Part A has one sleeve which has two open holes in order to have, you know, the not thread, the ribbon thingy to pass through. I sewed it with the rest, with the whole back of the corset together, like this on the side, with a normal straight stitch and zigzag the inside. Then I proceeded to straight stitch everything in order to have a neat result. I ended up spilling paint on the back, but no one will see it, I hope. So, and then I wanted to go as close to the original as possible. So what I did was that I tried to make the back and then attach a separate blue piece on the end of the back, and attach the red piece on the other blue piece. I don't know if this makes any sense at all, and I don't want to untie it now because I'll be pretty too bored to tie it back, but yeah. I guess you can see how it looks. So inside of the design, the front part, we have another blue part which is attached, which is, you know, connected with the red piece fabric, which I painted some of the flowers blue, and this part, which is you know, connected with the back piece, also has the sleeve like the front piece, and it also has holes, so, you know, both sleeves connect with the back sleeves, you know, in order to make one whole sleeve, not sleeve, armhole. I'm not speaking correct English. Anyways, so yeah, I guess it's a bit weird how I processed the whole thing. I was too much of a poor person to purchase this thing where you open up holes and put in rivets. So what I did was that I opened holes and then carefully sewed with the thread and a needle by hand all those holes on the corset, and then I pulled through, you know, this kind of thread ribbon thingy, which is really nice. It looks like the movie. So yeah, I'm not really sure if you understood how this worked out, but if I made it work, I'm sure that someone with more sewing experience than me can make it work as well. And last but not least, the pocket pouch. I realized afterwards that it actually has two pocket pouches, but I only created one. I didn't really measure anything. It was just, you know, a blah, 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 blah. I really didn't measure something. I think I measured a bag I own, and then I opened a hole in here, so you know you can actually put some small stuff like cameras or cell phones or some money there. I sewed some of the flowery fabric I have on the side, and then some of the lighter blue fabric in order to have the strips here. You know, you can tie it around your waist. Belle actually has another one like this with blue stripes. I thought it was just a towel thing, so I actually, you know, made an actual towel. And I realized after rewatching the movie that she has two pocket pouches in the same place. You know, women in that era used to wear one pocket pouch here and one here, so I thought it was actually a towel, and I'm really distressed about that, but yeah, whatever. So more or less that's my Belle costume. So that was my Belle tutorial. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I'm sorry if I didn't show the whole step sequence, but I didn't have the time to film the dress while I was making it because I was sort of harassed to finish it in 2 weeks. But I hope that my tutorial made some sort of sense and that it will help someone who wants to build their own Belle cosplay. And thank you for watching so far. Another note, I wanted to apologize for being so inactive lately on YouTube, but I've been super busy with my studies, and now I hope that I finished with my degree and I'll be more active onwards. Hope that I'll be able to post at least one tutorial per month, and I think that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate the support. Give me a thumbs up, you know, a comment, and subscribe and all that kind of stuff if you want to see more videos. And I'll see you all in my next video, which I hope that will be sort of soon. So thanks again, and bye bye.